Hey everybody, Pastor Vern with your daily update for August 19, 2020. Um, we've been talking about the books of the Bible and we're going to get back to that, but I'm taking a little break from that today because we need to talk about a couple other things that I want to share with you about the future of our churches and how we're going to move forward with things. Um, One of the things I want to share with you is that I don't often do this. In fact, I haven't done this with the daily updates, but I'm asking you to share this daily update with other folks in our churches, especially because we are looking at a time of change coming up in our churches. Now, we seem to be in a time of change a lot, but right now, with everything that's going on, there's going to be a change that is hasn't happened in a couple of the churches for a very long time, and in St. Ed for several years now. You're gonna have a new pastor in about 10 months. And one of the things that I wanted to lift up to you is that uh, we need to have some preparation for this, especially considering the length of time that God has blessed me to be in your presence as your pastor. Um, and in this current time when we have lots of different things going on, we have some economic struggles because of the COVID. It's not quite as critical here as it is in some areas of the country. So I want you to, of course, lift up those people who are even in a deeper, difficult time than we are. But we're also having a slump in the farm economy, which ripples through our economy from completely, because even though we don't have near as many what we would call full-time active farmers as we used to have in our congregations, it's also has become such a thing that farmers are as or more reliant on the support people, the fertilizer, the chemical people, the elevators, the feed producers, all those folks that are support staff for the farmers. I don't know if that's a good way to put it, but that have business with the farmers, that support the farming industry. It ripples through them, and it ripples through every part of our economy. If there's less dollars circulating through the economy, discretionary income is dropped, and even sometimes necessities are a struggle. Continue to lift that up. But as we move into this scenario where a new pastor is going to come into the midst of the churches, one of the things I needed to lift up to you, and I think it's probably common knowledge, but it's one of those things that's in the back of our minds until we have to think about it, is that we have a shortage of pastors. Also, there's not as many people going into the ministry as uh, we would like to have a better pool of personnel to call from. I think our parish knows that really well, being that we had gone to a four church parish and had to make some, and Belgrade and Cedar Rapids had made some sacrifices on their worship time in order to make this work. And so the thing I want to lift up to you, as probably as much as anything, is that as you are preparing for a new pastor, it's important to do the best we can with our attendance, our membership, our small groups, and our giving, because that is all part of the formula that the cabinet will use in order to determine who comes to be your new pastor and what status they have when they arrive. Um, we know supply and demand makes a difference, and it does in this case also. We have several small churches in the area who are struggling. We don't know how much longer that they may operate in the way they have been, which is going to might change the dynamics of who goes where. Also, we are not guaranteed that at any given change of leadership in the church, and that would be any given year, is that our parish will stay the same as far as the churches that are a part of it. And so, I guess what I'm urging you to do is to prayerfully consider your time and your resources when it comes to the church. We're also coming to the time very soon where we're going to be selecting leadership for the churches for the next year. Now, I know we're all busy people, and I know there's certain things that we have talents for and that we don't have talents for. There's some people who like to have input. There's some that are more hesitant with that. But really, here's the thing I want to lift up to you, and I need you to share this among your congregations. It's hard to do for me, and it's hard to do from the pulpit, but I want to lift up to you that that is also a significant thing that the bishop and the district superintendents will be looking at, is that do you have people willing to fulfill the leadership roles in your church? So what I'm doing is I'm asking you to prayerfully consider, if you are approached about a leadership in the church, if your first indication is to say just plain no, take a moment, pray about it, think about it. And if the answer is still no, it's still no. But if the answer is you're willing to give God your time and talents to serve your church and leadership, that would be greatly appreciated and would be a strong step towards helping with the pastoral leadership that's going to come next July. I know we're not comfortable talking about this stuff. It's a lot of unsaid things most of the time, but we're in a different world now. And even though maybe I'm not supposed to be talking about it in this much candor, I think it's important. I love my churches. I love my people in my churches, and I want the best for them as I exit. And so I'm just asking that you think about how you can bless your church in a way that will help continue to lead the church and help continue to have also clergy leadership that is willing to be active and strong in our communities. All right. Well, y'all take good care of yourself. Watch out for others. Do the best you can with all that kind of stuff in our current scenario, and stay safe. We'll see you later.